All right, as you can see, this thing is trading 97 by 10.7. That was a really bull crap move by OWV. I was watching this one for like it was like a double bottom. It had a drop below this 10 level. As you can see right here, it did come back. I was interested in it. There was a point when I wanted to buy it at 10.2, but it started to spike too quickly. And then it downtrended. It started to trade around that range, and when it was starting to look like it was trying to uptrend, I swear, for like 5 seconds, I looked at the other screen just to see the overall markets, and the thing breaks this 97.5, this 98 level that I was interested in. And I did try to place an order. I just didn't get filled because it just spiked too quickly. But now I don't even feel too bad for missing it if the bid is actually that low. Um, it just made a move towards VWAP. There's no way to be profitable on a trade like this if it does an uptrend and then the bid doesn't catch up, unless you're lucky and you sell and your order gets executed at the ask. Pretty lame move by OWV, but I'm just gonna give it the benefit of the doubt and assume that there's gonna be hidden people at the bid. And yeah, I mean, this thing can totally try to break 10.8 if it has more momentum, but that was a setup there. And I will watch it if it does like an inverse head and shoulders or shoulder the head, and then maybe it makes a shoulder later. That might be a setup I'll be interested in. I was also interested in trading, yeah, XCPL. I thought I typed it wrong. There was a point when I did want to buy 5,000 shares at 16, and that was at 940, which was right here. And I think I just wasn't quick enough, but the idea was is that it had a morning spike. It got as high as this almost 18 level, it downtrended, and then it started to look like a little bit like a symmetrical triangle or a pendant. And then when it broke that level 16, I wanted to be in. I did try to buy 5,000 shares at 940. Once again, that was right here. And it did make a move as high as the 17s, but then it just sold off. So there wasn't that much more profitability, but that was another setup I was interested in. A lot of these seem to work out. Maybe it's just because I don't have that much sleep because I don't know. It's somewhat hard sleeping after I had the wisdom teeth pulled out because I have to like sleep with like two pillows and whatever. It's just not ideal, but it is a Friday. It's the last day of the week, and I'll have rest over the weekend. But yeah, a lot of these they work out. They're just super quick when they do their moves. And I will make an update later, but this was a setup right here. This one was also a setup, but I just didn't try to buy in this one. And with XCPL, this one was a nice setup if you ask me right here. I was also looking at this one for inverse head and shoulders as well, a shoulder head, but it's looking kind of ugly. But maybe if it like drops and holds VWAP, that could be like a shoulder, and that could be a setup I could consider. But it is up on a pretty big gap up. But who knows? I will make an update later. There were a few setups I haven't traded anything, but at least I have been trying. All right, it is 10:15, and I had one trade with XCPL. I think it's just the lack of sleep I've been having. I just feel like my reaction time is absolutely crap with everything. Like it just either the stocks are just moving too quickly or I'm just not catching up because I'm just a bit sleep deprived. But XCPL did do the thing I was talking about in the last recording. It did do the inverse head and shoulders, the shoulder, the head, and then the shoulder. And it was able to uptrend, and I was watching it, right? And I was interested in buying it when it was going to break the 17 level, but you can tell in this candle it went from 17 to 18 in just one candle. So I guess it could be both. Maybe I just don't have that much sleep and the stocks are moving extra fast. And if that's the case, I just have to adapt to it and I guess maybe try to be in a bit earlier and take a little more risk that it won't work out. But if it does, I'm in at a good price, and I had to buy it. Ultimately, like it just felt like a chase, so I was super quick to get out. But I did buy it when it was 10.13, and it did like the nice break past this 2 cent level. But I traded it super cautiously because I just don't like how I was originally wanting to be in it as early as this 17 level, or even like a buy here in the 16.5s when it's showing that it could be the inverse head and shoulders. And then I'm buying it all the way up here at 2 cents because I just feel like the stocks are just moving too quickly and it keeps breaking past higher levels of resistance that can make this thing uptrend some more. And I'm glad I sold out of it quickly. I got out Just 1,000 shares at 208, which is the day high, almost the day highs by one tick at 1014. And then I got out of the other when it looked like it was trying to immediately turn off and turn around and not be continuously uptrending. And that was the case. I did sell the rest of my position, 3,000 shares in the same minute, 1014. This was pretty much a scalp. I mean, I would have still continued to hold on to this setup if it looked like it was going to continue more, and I just would have had 1,000 shares sold at 208, but it just seems like it wasn't able to do it anymore, and it looks like there was also a lot of volume here, so maybe a lot of volume here, and then it's not able to uptrend that much, shows that maybe there is some selling price action that's not going to let it uptrend, at least at the moment when I had it right here. It can try to do something later, and it's still following this trend line that I drew here, so yeah, that's the case with this one. Um, I hope I can do a lot better Monday. Just seeing the patterns in time and all of that stuff. And yeah, I mean, it made a nice move from ideally the 16.5 to 17 level, especially 17 when it broke the neckline of the inverse head and shoulders, the shoulder, the head, and the shoulder here, and the neckline at the 17 level. But I mean, this thing just uptrended really quickly, and I'm glad I at least sold very quickly, took it extra cautiously because I knew I wasn't in at a early point or a more ideal point, but it did also break the 2 cent level, which is like a nice round number, and it could have continued as well. So that's the case with this one trade with XCPL. Really not my best day right here. I don't know what's the issue here. I think I just really need to sleep, I guess, but I will make an update later if I trade anything else, but I'm glad I traded this one cautiously. Alright, it is 9:34 p.m. and I am here to call it off. Overall, I am up on the day just a little, $3.20, a 4% gain, trading XCPL, and that was that trade right there when it was breaking the round number of 2 cents. There wasn't anything else that I was interested in trading with XCPL, and yeah, I think that is the case that I'm just really tired and I'm just not able to focus as much as I normally do because I did miss out on a few setups. I did have a few verified cancel orders, and that being on top of the fact that it's Friday, so I'm normally already tired by the time it's Friday. And also the fact that these things did move very quickly, but that's something I can adjust to. It just wasn't my best day, but it was definitely better than the other day. And yeah, this was a very nice opportunity here with XCPO, that inverse head and shoulders. And that was pretty much it. As for the other ones, INND could have been a trade that I could have taken today, actually, but I didn't see this when it was happening. But this was essentially something that was downtrend over a longer period of time, and you could even call it like its first red day. And once it kind of broke past it again right here, like it did previously, this one broke the trend line and then it continued to downtrend. But this one broke the trend line and then continued to downtrend. But then it started to uptrend slowly, definitely different. You can even call this like a double bottom. This could have been a setup, maybe an entry at 88, but it did take a very long time for this one to uptrend, and it did get past the penny, which was pretty cool over a longer period of time. Seems like my voice is also dying too, as well as my lack of sleep really showing itself. That's pretty much it for today. There was a lot of opportunity to do a lot of things better, and yeah, I just gotta try not to be wasteful, and hopefully next week, God willing, I can have a lot more energy and I'll trade a lot better. That's all I have for today.